Welcome everybody to another episode of the TalkingWithHeroes.com talk show program, and thank you for your service.us. I am Bob Calvert, founder and host in Ruskin, Florida. We're at the MyWarriorsPlace.org Retreat Center, future segment here. But right now we're here with the founder of MyWarriorsPlace.org, Kelly Kowall. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself? I know you want to talk about your son, too.
Of course, my experience with the military was due to my son. From the age of 5, that's all he wanted to do was serve in the military. And he was in JROTC. He was also in Civil Air Patrol. And he even went to summer school so he could graduate a year early. So he was only 17 when he went in, and I had to sign his papers for him to join. But he absolutely loved it. It was his calling, and so proud of him. And unfortunately, when he was in Afghanistan out on a combat mission, he was killed. And due to his love of water that he and I both shared, I started doing boating trips to help those who had endured the loss of a fallen warrior, our veterans, our military service members, and our families, out on boating trips here in the Tampa Bay area. And that ultimately led to creating My Warriors Place. One of the things we realized very early in the boating trips is you can't plan when you're going to have a bad day. You can't check the calendar and say, I've got nothing planned today, so I'm going to have my meltdown. And so we wanted a place where they could come anytime, no reservations required, just to be able to come out and use our canoes, kayaks, fish off our docks, find a place of solitude they could sit and just unplug from the world.
So we're going to show them a little bit of this, right? We're going to do a tour later. We're going to go inside one of the cottages, which is, I was amazed when I walked in this morning. I could not believe what I was seeing. And then we're actually going to go on the river a little bit?
Yes, we'll actually take one of our little boating trips with our motor cat. And yeah, we will go in, show some of the cottages, and take a tour of the property itself.
Now you have other Gold Star families that work with you, is that correct?
With us as well. We have first responders, active duty, veterans, Blue Star, Gold Star, Silver Star families, and we just try to make it a place where they feel at home from the moment they walk onto the property.
Yeah, it'll never cease to amaze me in these 10 years I've been doing this to meet so many Gold Star families. I keep hoping we'll have to meet another one, right? But and what you all do though afterwards.
Yes.
You know, and you're out there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you've helped hundreds, if not more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would say it's in the thousands. But there are some pretty amazing Gold Star families that have taken their grief and turned it into something positive. And I know there's one family out in California that it's due to the way they were treated with their son that they created Angel Flight. Mm-hmm. So that our soldiers are now brought home with dignity instead of in the cargo hold of a plane. And I know how much I appreciated what they did so that my son got that kind of homecoming. But I think a lot of the Gold Star families feel that way. You know, if there's something they can do to make it easier, a little, give a little more comfort that for those that make it home and for the families that have a loved one that doesn't make it home. I think that's one of our goals.
Right. When did you start this?
Well, I actually started the boating trips just a few months after the death of my son. And as I was doing the boating trips, about 10 months into it, realized that there needed to be more than just the boating trips. And so we started making plans for some programs that would help with the healing process, such as our Project Corridor Grief and Coping and Grief and Peer Mentoring program, as well as the retreat center itself.
You have a lot of people helping you too. We met Mike earlier.
Yes.
We interview with him, but you have people from the area helping you?
Yes, we have hundreds of people that help. We're very fortunate that we have a lot of local businesses that help to support us. by making donations to us of items. Everything you see on this property has either been built with volunteer labor or has been donated by a local business person or an individual. Every piece of furniture, every bench, brick, everything you see, every plant has all been donated and also put in by a volunteer.
So veterans watching this, military families, active duty military, first responders, what happens when they come here? I mean, is there a lot of different activities they could choose from? Or?
Well, we try to let them decide what they want to do. We do have canoes and kayaks. We have a little motor cat that we can take them out on if they would like to go on a boating trip, or if they have boating credentials, we will let them take it out themselves. We also have a paddle boat. We also have 2 little roundabouts that are a lot of fun. They're just a one-man craft that you use a trolling motor to get around on the river here. And we have fishing equipment, putting green, so we have a lot of putters and balls and just places where they can sit and just enjoy the solitude. It's always so quiet here. It's just so peaceful.
So you're going to take us out on one of these boats a little later, right? We're going to film it so people can get a picture of what's happening around.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm going to be doing that. I have a life jacket on, right?
You don't have to wear a life jacket, but you definitely have to have one in the boat for every person.
Okay.
So.
Okay, great. How can people help? I know you need donations, but you have a lot of volunteers too.
Yes, if there's anybody locally in the area that wants to volunteer, we'd love having them come out. We also, take donations of furniture and household goods. I mean, we have 4 one-bedroom, 1 baths that we have to furnish. We have 2 efficiencies, and right now we have 2 RVs that have to be furnished.
Wow.
And so that keeps us pretty busy. We're also getting ready to break ground and start the foundation of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, all wheelchair accessible building that will allow us to accommodate large families. It'll also allow us to have groups that want to come on the property. So our goal is to have that completed by Veterans Day this year, November 11th. And again, that's going to be 3 bedrooms worth of furniture that we're going to have to get donated, and a living room and kitchen. And again, this building should be built with all donated items and volunteer labor. So,
And it'll be right on this property?
Right on this property.
Okay. Wow, I'll have to think about coming back out here.
Yeah.
That would be neat to have on film.
Yeah.
How much land do you have here?
We have almost 2 acres.
Okay.
We have water on 2 sides. We have the river on one side, and then we have a canal that comes up the other side. And so we actually own 5 feet into the canal. But it's almost 2 acres of land, and we started our landscaping on the water, and we've been slowly working our way back to where you actually come onto the property.
Okay. And why don't you give your website address? Look in the camera if you want. You're also on social media. How do people find you there?
Yes. Our Facebook page is www.facebook.com/MyWarriorsPlace, and we keep people updated as to donations that come in from organizations, groups that we have come out here and volunteer their time, and just sometimes we have some very beautiful or unusual pictures that we take out here, and they get posted as well.
Okay. I hope I'm not saying something you don't know about yet, but you had applied for membership in the Alliance of Military Support Groups,
Yes.
r4alliance.org.
Yes, yes. We did get that. We
Thank
did
you.
get the approval.
Thank you. I was told
Yes.
that by Bert Gillette the other
Yes.
day, and okay.
I just got the approval via email like a day ago.
Very busy day.
And
Great. What does it mean to you? I've done a lot of audio programs with members. There's over, I think, 73 members now across the country. What does it mean to be a part of this national collaboration that's happening across the country?
it's very exciting that you're getting together organizations that are legitimate organizations, that people know that that they're real. And there unfortunately there are some out there that tarnish the reputation of those that are legitimate. So I think it's great, and the fact that too, when you pull your resources together, I know I'm finding the more that I can join up with other military and veteran organizations around here, it's that old adage, 1 + 1 = 3, and we find that very true.
Okay. And, I remember when I mentioned to Matt, who will be meeting here shortly, folks, about your organization and what you were doing, Matt's immediate comment was, I want to come down and meet him. That's the collaboration concept. But I'm finding, and I'm not saying it's civilians don't, are much faster. Collaborate. Military families much faster. It's part of what they're taught, right?
Yeah.
In the military.
And I think you do feel like family. And that's the difference. I think you're always ready to pitch in and help family, and so I think that's the one thing that the civilian sector is kind of missing out on.
Sure. So if somebody wants to come out here, I know we're going to be people are going to be watching, especially when we do the tour.
Yes.
This tour is going to be unbelievable. So what do? They just go to mywarriorsplace.org. Is there a particular link they go to? Or?
Yeah, they can actually go to our retreat center. It says retreat center or retreat drop down. They'll actually be able to see pictures of the property as well as some of the cottages, what it looks like inside. Of course, they're going to get a tour today.
Okay. Before we close, I have a couple things I want to do. I always like on all my programs to give a shout out to our men and women who are still serving. I mean, we have so many people in other countries right now, essentially in harm's way. Would you like to look in the camera and just give a shout out?
Yes. I want to say hi to all of those that are out there serving our country in a foreign land. We appreciate your service and sacrifice. And next time you're back here on stateside, please come visit us at My Warrior's Place. We'd love to have you.
Great. Now, I know we're going to be doing a tour. We're going to see inside one of the cottages, go on the river. We're going to get a tour of the property. We're also going to be hearing from Matthew Burke. But I've been hearing these chimes in the background.
Yes.
So I think we're going to close this program with those chimes. Can you tell us about that?
We have several chimes right here. One of them that was given to us is just a little chime and with the heart USA. It was so appropriate. The person saw it and thought of us immediately, and we're so grateful that they actually purchased it and donated it to us. The other thing is our dog tags. We request dog tags not only from families of the fallen, but our active duty and veterans as well. And our goal is to get this entire roof filled with dog tags. And it makes the most beautiful sound when they clink together, and it's just so musical.
Great.